Did you know that after age 50, your body's ability to fight bacteria drops by 30%? That's why wounds heal more slowly, skin sags faster, and even your favorite deodorant stops working. It's frustrating, isn't it? Watching your body change in ways you never expected. But what if I told you that I've researched for hours and days and after deliberating, discovered an ancient mineral that can solve these problems in just 7 days? This isn't some expensive cream or risky procedure. It's a simple powder that costs less than $10 and is changing how people experience life after 50. It's called alum powder, and the results are so remarkable that many seniors say they wish they'd discovered it years ago. Take Mary from Colorado, for instance. At 67, she'd been struggling with loose, sagging skin and persistent bodily odors that made her self-conscious around her grandchildren. "I tried everything," she told me. Expensive creams, prescription deodorants, you name it. But after just 1 week of using alum powder, the transformation was so dramatic that her daughter asked if she'd had cosmetic work done. "For the first time in years, I feel comfortable in my own skin," she said. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this forgotten remedy to experience benefits that start working from day 1. You'll understand precisely what happens in your body over 7 days of use, and why this simple solution works particularly well for those of us over 50. Alum powder is a natural crystalline mineral that's been used for thousands of years across numerous cultures. The ancient Egyptians used it for healing wounds. Greek physicians prescribed it for skin conditions, and it remains a staple in traditional Chinese and Middle Eastern medicine. It was found in ancient Egyptian tombs, was utilized by Hippocrates himself, and appears in medical texts from nearly every ancient civilization. That kind of staying power doesn't happen by accident. It happens because something truly works. What makes alum particularly effective for bodies over 50 is its unique astringent and antibacterial properties. These address the exact issues that become more problematic as we age: decreased immune response, thinning skin, changing body chemistry, and increased susceptibility to bacterial imbalances. Historical records show that alum was specifically recommended for older patients in traditional medicine systems because it was observed to be particularly effective for age-related changes in skin texture and resilience. Unlike expensive modern alternatives that often contain harsh chemicals and deliver disappointing results, alum works with your body's natural processes to create meaningful improvements that build day by day. It doesn't mask problems with fragrances or try to force unnatural changes. It gently supports your body's own healing and restorative mechanisms. Imagine looking in the mirror after a week and seeing a fresher face looking back. Skin transformation is one of the first things people notice with alum. As we hit 50 and beyond, sagging skin, enlarged pores, and fine lines start to tell our age. The skin's elasticity declines by approximately 1 to 2% per year after 50, which means by 65, your skin might have lost up to 30% of its youthful bounce-back quality. This causes sagging around the cheeks, jawline, and neck that can add years to your appearance. If you don't have it, you'll find the link below the video from a trusted source. Thanks to its astringent properties, alum acts like a natural skin tightener. Some even call it a mini facelift in a jar. When applied to the skin, alum causes your skin to contract, shrinking pores and firming up saggy areas. This happens because alum molecules interact with proteins in your skin, causing them to temporarily contract and create a firmer appearance. One scientific article notes that alum's tightening effect can reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, giving you a more youthful complexion. The Journal of Traditional Complementary Medicine has recognized alum's ability to strengthen collagen fibers, which are the scaffolding that keeps your skin firm and smooth. Alum doesn't stop at tightening. Many over 50 users report their skin glows more after a week of use, a noticeable radiance that friends and family often comment on. This makes sense because alum is also a mild exfoliant. By sweeping away dull, dead cells and killing off bacteria on the skin's surface, alum can reveal a brighter layer underneath. The stratum corneum, which is the outer layer of skin, becomes thicker with age, appearing dull and lifeless. Alum gently thins this layer, allowing light to reflect better off your skin and giving you that coveted glow that many expensive facial treatments promise but rarely deliver. For a quick skin-tightening toner that you can make at home in seconds, dissolve a pinch of alum powder, about 1/8 teaspoon, in 4 ounces of warm water. Distilled is best, but tap water works too. After washing your face at night with your regular cleanser, dab the alum water gently onto your skin using a cotton pad, being careful to avoid the eyes. Let it sit for a minute or two before rinsing with cool water. You'll feel a slight tingling and tightening as it dries. This is the alum working to strengthen your skin structure from the outside in. Do this once a day and follow up with a good moisturizer since alum can be a bit drying. Many users report that within just 3 to 4 days, they notice their skin feels firmer to the touch, and fine lines around the eyes and mouth appear less noticeable. If you're over 50, you might have noticed that those little nicks and cuts don't heal as fast as they used to. A scratch that would have disappeared in 2 to 3 days in your 30s might now linger for a week or more. This isn't your imagination. It's a measurable change in your body's healing response. Scientific research shows that by age 65, wound healing takes up to 4 times longer than it did at age 25. Not only is this annoying and uncomfortable, but prolonged healing time also increases your risk of infection and scarring. Here's where alum powder steps in as a first aid ally. One of the oldest uses of alum is for wound healing, especially for small cuts, scrapes, or razor nicks. Traditional barbers have used alum blocks for centuries to stop bleeding from small nicks during shaving, long before modern antiseptics were developed. This ancient practice continues today because it works remarkably well. Using alum on a minor wound does a few things at once. First, it constricts blood vessels and tissue, which helps stop bleeding on the spot. This hemostatic property is what makes it so effective for shaving cuts. In fact, Ayurvedic practitioners note that alum helps to control bleeding and accelerates the healing process for minor cuts by creating an optimal environment for new tissue formation. Second, alum's antiseptic nature prevents infection by disrupting the cell membranes of harmful bacteria, making it impossible for them to multiply in the wound. This dual action helps wounds close faster and with less chance of complications. By the end of a week using alum on a persistent small cut or a cracked heel, many people find the area is significantly more healed than expected with less redness or swelling. For diabetic seniors or those taking blood thinners, which many over 50 adults do, this faster healing time can be especially valuable as these conditions typically slow wound closure and increase infection risk. Several studies in the International Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences have confirmed alum's ability to speed wound closure by up to 40% compared to untreated wounds. For any minor cut or wound, start by cleaning the area with water and mild soap, patting it dry gently. Then take a pinch of alum powder, about the size of a grain of rice, and dissolve it in a few drops of warm water to create a solution. Use a clean cotton swab to apply this directly to the clean cut. You might feel a brief burn or stinging sensation. That's normal. It means it's working to clot blood and sanitize the area. In moments, bleeding from a nick usually stops completely. For shallow wounds or abrasions like a scrape or rug burn, you can mix 1/4 teaspoon of alum in a cup of warm water and use it as an antiseptic wash. Soak a clean cloth or gauze pad in the solution and gently swab it over the wound twice daily. Allow it to air dry for best results. The thin protective layer that forms helps keep germs out while allowing the skin to breathe. Many over 50 users say that when they do this, their cuts scab over faster and with less risk of infection. Within 3 to 4 days, you'll likely notice significantly more progress in healing compared to your usual experience. Let's talk about something a bit personal but universally important: body odor. As we age, changes in hormones and skin flora can sometimes make odor more of an issue, even if our hygiene habits haven't changed. This happens because our sweat gland chemistry shifts after 50, producing compounds that interact differently with skin bacteria. Many people are surprised and embarrassed to find that the deodorant they've used successfully for decades suddenly seems ineffective. Many commercial deodorants rely on one of two approaches. They either use heavy fragrances to mask odor, which can create a confusing smell when mixing with body odor, or aluminum chlorides to block sweat. But for many over 50, these can irritate the skin, stain clothes, or simply stop working as effectively. Some research even suggests a possible link between certain aluminum compounds in antiperspirants and skin irritation or other health concerns. Enter alum powder, nature's own deodorant that's been used across cultures from ancient Greece to modern Thailand. The approach is entirely different. By shrinking sweat ducts and curbing the bacteria that cause odor, alum tackles the problem at its source rather than just covering it up. It's unscented, hypoallergenic, and gentle, making it perfect for those who have sensitive skin or want odor control without the chemicals or perfumes. Many people with skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis find alum is one of the few deodorants they can use comfortably. Using alum for body odor is almost too easy, with no complicated application or waiting periods. If you have alum powder, you can simply dust a small amount on your underarms or even on your feet right after washing and drying. It forms an invisible, undetectable layer that makes it hard for odor-producing bacteria to thrive without blocking your natural perspiration process, which is important for your body's temperature regulation. Many people over 50 find that after swapping their regular deodorant for alum for a week, they stay odor-free all day, even during summer heat or stressful situations. One reason is that alum is also mildly antiperspirant. It actually helps reduce sweating by tightening the sweat gland openings without completely blocking them. Don't worry, it won't stop your body from cooling itself, but it does mean less dampness and less odor for up to 24 hours with one application. Historically, alum stones have been used as a post-bathing ritual in Turkish hammams and Roman baths for thousands of years, a testament to their enduring effectiveness. Modern dermatological assessments have confirmed that potassium alum creates an environment in which odor-causing bacteria cannot flourish. Yet it's gentle enough to use on sensitive areas. Our mouths have a lot to deal with over the decades: receding gums, tooth sensitivity, periodontal concerns, maybe dentures or bridges. And maintaining oral health becomes increasingly crucial as we age, especially as research continues to link oral health to overall wellness. Here's some uplifting news. Alum powder can play a star role in your oral hygiene routine, helping to restore gum health and freshen your mouth in just a few days without the harshness of many commercial products. According to recent health reports and traditional medicine research, an alum water gargle can heal bleeding gums and prevent bad breath and even treat canker sores and small ulcers in the mouth. The science is quite straightforward. Alum tightens and toughens up your gums tissue through its astringent action, helping to stop minor bleeding and reduce redness, while simultaneously wiping out odor-causing bacteria in your throat, tongue, and between teeth. Even modern dental products sometimes include alum or similar astringents to promote gum health. Dentists often note that after age 50, the gums naturally begin to recede, exposing more of the tooth surface and creating pockets where bacteria can hide and cause inflammation. This recession happens to most people with age, but it can lead to increased sensitivity, pain, and eventually tooth loss if not managed. Traditional remedies like alum mitigate these concerns by strengthening the gum tissue and reducing bacterial populations. By day 7 of using alum, many people notice less gum soreness, a significant reduction in bleeding when brushing or flossing, and a cleaner-feeling mouth overall that lasts throughout the day. If your gums tend to bleed when brushing, or you have gum inflammation, also known as gingivitis, alum can help by tightening the gums and preventing bleeding while promoting healthier tissue. In one small clinical study, participants who used alum rinses twice daily for 1 week showed a 65% reduction in gingival bleeding scores compared to control groups. For an easy alum gargle that takes only seconds to prepare, dissolve about half a teaspoon of alum powder in a glass of warm water, about 8 ounces. Morning and evening, After brushing your teeth as usual, take a small sip of the mixture and gargle with this solution for 30 seconds to a minute, focusing particularly on reaching the back of your throat where odor-causing bacteria often hide. Then spit it out completely, do not swallow. Alum is not meant to be ingested in quantity. Some people notice a slight metallic or astringent taste, but most find it far less unpleasant than commercial mouthwashes that can burn or contain alcohol. If you prefer, you can add a drop of peppermint essential oil or a tiny pinch of salt to improve the flavor while maintaining the benefits. Over a week, you'll likely see less gum bleeding when you floss, reduce tooth sensitivity, and your breath will remain much fresher throughout the day, akin to the clean feeling just after having visited the dentist. For many of us, hitting 50 can bring thinning hair, a flaky scalp, or hair that's lost its luster. Dermatologists say by age 50, about half of men and a quarter of women experience noticeable hair thinning, and many others notice finer, more damaged hair. Surprisingly, alum powder can help. One remarkable benefit is alum's ability to combat dandruff and calm an itchy scalp. As hormones shift with age, dandruff can appear. Alum's antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties reduce the microbes causing dandruff and soothe irritation. Beyond dandruff, alum may strengthen hair roots, potentially slowing age-related thinning. Its astringent effect can tighten the scalp and hair follicles, possibly reducing excess hair fall. Traditional medicine and historical records from ancient Egypt note its use for enhancing hair root strength and vitality in older individuals. Scientifically, alum appears to improve scalp circulation when massaged in, potentially delivering more nutrients to follicles for growth. It also deeply cleanses scalp buildup, creating a healthier environment for hair. A simple alum scalp treatment can be done 1 to 2 times a week. Dissolve about 1 teaspoon of alum powder in 2 cups of warm water. After shampooing and lightly towel drying, pour the solution over your scalp. Gently massage it in for 3 to 5 minutes, focusing on thinning or dandruff areas. Let sit for 5 to 10 minutes, then rinse thoroughly and condition as usual. With just 2 treatments over 7 days, many users report less scalp itchiness, reduced flaking, and fewer hairs lost. By 50, our feet, after decades of service, often develop issues like corns, calluses, fungal infections, or persistent odor. These aren't just cosmetic. They can limit mobility, discourage exercise, and even lead to falls if unaddressed. Alum powder is remarkably useful here. If you suffer from stubborn foot odor, sweaty feet, cracked heels, or minor fungal issues unresolved by creams, alum can help. Alum, often in specialized foot baths, combats bad odors by eliminating sweat-metabolizing bacteria, according to traditional practitioners. It also helps prevent calluses by keeping skin clean, drier, and friction-resistant. After a week of regular soaks, many users aged 60 and above report an end to shoe odor and feet that feel less hot, irritated, and much fresher all day. Alum's potent antifungal properties combat athletes' foot, toenail fungus, and similar age-related infections, which are often hard to eliminate. By creating an inhospitable environment for fungi, regular alum soaks can break the cycle of recurrent infections. Alum also benefits the foot structure. Its gentle, astringent, and exfoliating action on calluses and corns makes it easier to slough off dead skin for smoother soles, avoiding harsh treatments. This action also helps heal microfissures in cracked heels by drawing skin edges together. To transform your feet, dissolve 1 to 2 tablespoons of alum powder in a basin of warm water, enough to cover ankles. Add a few drops of tea tree or lavender oil for extra benefits if desired. For best results, soak feet in the evening, ideally every other day. For thick calluses, use a pumice stone after soaking when skin is soft, then moisturize heels, but avoid between toes. Many notice less odor, itching, and smoother skin after the first treatment. After 7 days of such soaks, feet can be transformed. Fresh smelling, less achy, and visibly smoother. A 75-year-old reported his deep, bleeding cracked heels began healing in 1 week.